Hello investors, welcome to Shastra, where investing is made simple with the help of charts. Today is episode 3 of our market leader series. And before that, let's do a quick market overview. Over the last 1 week, the market has rallied a lot and currently it is little bit consolidating over, which is perfectly normal. I think as long as the small cap index stays above this 16,000 level, we are good to go. So now let's quickly start with our first interesting emerging thing, which is housing finance thing. So let me just give you a very quick overview what's happening on the housing finance things. Recently, the RBI has done a rate cut, and we are expecting that there could be some more rate cuts. That's where the lenders, especially these housing finance banks, have been focusing a lot on affordable and emerging housing segments. If you look at the last quarterly results, there has been a very strong disbursement growth, and that too happening from a tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Even their asset quality is very stable and the collection efficiency has been increasing up. And even if you look at them, they have been expanding their branded set, especially they have introduced a lot of tech into this, which is making the process completely seamless. So their main strategy is they are focusing on a low ticket salaried borrowers in the emerging geographies like tier 2 and tier 3 cities. This is helping them to maintain high margins and their ROAs are improving a lot. Now let's quickly go back and see what are the stocks we are going to discuss today. The first one is Cholamandalam Financial Holdings. This is something you can see here on the chart, right? Again, this is not your typical housing finance company. They have other segments too, but the housing segment is growing up very much stronger in this company. You can see over the last recent results, right? There has been a double-digit growth year on year, both on the sales as well as on the profit side. And if you look at the chart, the stock is almost near to its lifetime high. It is hardly 10%, 11% away from its lifetime high. And you can see here that it is forming a cup and handle pattern. And we clearly know that this is a very strong pattern. Once the stock breaks out above this 2000 level, we can expect a real good move on the chart. Now, opening the Punjab National Housing Finance Bank, you can see a very similar kind of pattern, right? This is a very good coincidence, right? Both the housing finance companies are forming cup and handle, and even look at their growth. This is again a double-digit quarterly growth, 25% increase in profits and 12% in sales. That's very strong growth, right? So again, this stock is one of the cleanest charts out there. Love this chart very much. I am just waiting for it to this breakout to be triggered here. Now I'm opening Aadhar Housing Finance. Look at here. Same thing. It is not just a coincidence, right? This is how the stock moves. The entire housing finance team has formed a cup and handle pattern across the group. Now let me open Home First Finance too. You can clearly see again another cup and handle, right? If you remember over the last 2-3 weeks, the defense stocks have been moving very strong, right? This is what usually happens. It group moves out very stronger and all the players within the group would be benefiting a lot. I picked out the top 4 names which I feel that they are much stronger on this chart. So you can please add them to your watch list. Maybe they might help you do a little more research to start reading their quarterly reports. Now let's go to the next most important emerging thing, which I'm seeing again with the latest quarterly results out there, which is auto ancillary space. If you see that their results have been doing a very strong double-digit growth. In fact, the key drivers which were riding out them were mostly it was premiumization. Lately, the people who are buying these vehicles are trying to add some more premium to their vehicles by adding sunroofs or properly cockpit modules. And even their growth has been not only from within the India, the domestic growth is very strong. And now the export growth has also been very strong because of the China plus one theme running out. And most of these players, auto ancillaries, are very much focusing on the EV growth because lately the electric vehicles growth has been tremendous, and these people are trying to put a lot of focus on the EV components. And even we know that the monsoon has been going out really well, and all these agriculture team is working out very well, right? Even the tractors and rural demand has been growing out. So I've the engine and suspension parts, especially one stock which is Swaraj Engines is working. It has been doing it. So now let's see. These are my top picks in the auto ancillaries. The first one is Gabriel. You can clearly see. Look at these volumes. These are not your typical retail volumes, right? The institutions are clearly buying these stocks, and recent results you can see here, right? There is a 50% jump year on year on the profit and 25% jump on the revenue. That's a very, very, very strong result. Even today, also the stock is up almost 6%. Look at this. The institutional buying happening out, and the stock is at lifetime That's a real good strong chart out there. Now come to Swaraj Engines. This was the rural theme I was talking about. Again, look at the results here. 29% on the profit and 29% on the sales. That's very, very, very strong growth. And look at the volume here. Highest volume in an year on the earnings day. That's a very strong volume. Now the stock is quickly forming the consolidation here. Probably I'm waiting for this breakout. Once the breakout happens, you can expect a very strong move. The next important stock is Shripiston and Ring. Look at the volume here. The recent quarterly results have been fantastic. That's why you can see here, right? 1.4 million shares, highest volume ever. It's very, very, very strong volumes. Even today also it is up again 5%. I think today the entire auto ancillary space was very strong. Again, look at the results. The results were very strong, double-digit growth across the space. One more interesting name in this space is NDR Auto. It has not yet broken out, but it is trying to form a base here. Probably it might break above this 960, 970 level and it would be an all-time high. You can clearly see the volume here. This is a very much volume spike. So all the institutions players are silently accumulating these stocks. Again, the growth has been very fantastic. Look at here. And the last stock, which I think, although not as good as these four charts, but again, SJS Enterprises is something I'm looking out because again, the recent quarterly results have been good and chart is also forming nice consolidation. So I'm waiting for this breakout. So overall, these two themes are something which I'm closely actively tracking out for. Please let me know if you found any other interesting themes. We can cover it in the next market video series. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next episode. Bye bye.